I think we are on. All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Oak Cliff Performance Seminar. Today is January 21st. That's already almost 1 month of the new year. That's pretty quick. Well, today we have two performers, Evelyn and Michaela. They seemed excited and ready to share their music with all of us, especially with me. Oh, just kidding. Well, let's get started. So, our first performer, please announce your name and the piece you're going to play.
My name is Evelyn, and the piece I'm gonna play is called Waltz.
Let's round applause, Miss Evelyn. That's a very thorough playing. That's really nice, and then very smooth as well. Michaela, do you have any comments for her playing? Like what kind of thing you think she did like well, and then what kind of thing you think maybe she can do better?
Um, it was a good piece, and it was really smooth how she played it. And I don't really know what to say after.
You're like, yeah, I think it sounds good. Okay, great. Well, I do agree with all of that, and then we can talk more about, I guess, the style of the music or how to make things more detailed and more musical in the second half of the class. But for now, let's move on to Miss Michaela. Please announce your name and the piece you're going to play.
My name is Michaela, and I'm going to be playing Reflections.
Ta-da! Thank you. Ta-da! Great job. Round of applause to Miss Michaela. All right. I think in general it's also very smooth. Yeah, I think you put an effort on like making everything like more like connected, and then I really like your articulation. Like all the legato sounds pretty nice. Um, Miss Evelyn, do you have any comments for Michaela's playing? Like, what do you think like something you like she do nicely, and then something like maybe she can improve?
I think like she also played smoothly, but she needs to add the dynamics.
Okay, sounds good. All right, I agree. So both of you, we can talk more about the details in the second half of class. second half of the class, which is now. Let's go backwards. So let's talk about Michaela's piece first. I do agree you should start adding dynamics, but before you do that, let's double check with some interesting parts in the music. I think a lot of times you just kind of get used to the I guess the current setup of the rhythm or notes, and then suddenly when there's a sudden change, you kind of like wait, you just like kind of assume it's the same thing, or you just need to be more thorough with your I guess when you read the music. So here, everything is in eighth notes for a long time. La 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 until here. There is a quarter note. Oh no. For some, so quarter note will be twice as longer than the eighth note. Right, the quarter note should be longer, has like two eighth notes in it. For some reason, I think you make it sound similar to the eighth note or just slightly longer. It's not really precise right now. Are you aware that's the quarter note?
Yeah.
I heard two voices. Okay. Yeah, okay. Have you do counting out loud in your practice?
Yeah, sometimes.
Just sometimes? Okay. Did you do it every day though?
I don't know, maybe.
Do you think you can show us how to do counting out loud here? Maybe from maybe just right hand and then from here to here. Hopefully it's not too bad to start. So right hand should be on 1 on E with counting out loud. It's okay. With counting out loud.
One.
So the way you count, sorry for interrupting. So the way you count is 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and can you try? So can you count out loud while you play?
One. Where am I? One and one.
Are you counting out loud though? I cannot hear your counts.
Yeah, I'm just seeing where I am because I'm getting
Oh,
confused.
it's measure 11. And 4. Yeah.
One and two and three and four.
Sure.
Four and one, two, one and two, one and two and one and two and three and four.
Okay, enjoy is good. You have a very good thing like when you do counting out loud, which is when you count and you are aligned with your counting is aligning with your fingers. Okay, your counting is aligning with your fingers, which is great. But your counting was a little bit not so stable, which means like you're kind of accommodating you, compromising your fingers instead. So your counting right now is following your fingers. Like if your finger need to slow down, you slow down your counting. It should be opposite. So the counting should be super stable, just like the seconds on clocks. It has to be just 1 second each time. After 1 second, you need to move on to the next number. Otherwise, the clock will be not accurate. So same thing. When you count these beats, it's kind of like the seconds on the clock. It will be your fingers' job to follow your counting. So if I just take those two bars as example, and I play for you, give me 1 second. I need to change my settings so you can hear me. Okay, so 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and I'm making my counting super steady. Right now you're kind of like because you actually be able to play in this piece play this piece in a pretty smooth tempo and like pretty fast tempo. So you're trying to play fast. I think that's what you're trying to do. But let's just slow down in your practice in Kaizen. Okay, so that's the first thing I would like to talk about because the rhythm in this part was not super accurate. So it'll be the same thing for a second time. Just be careful. And then another thing is I noticed that for many students, they do notice that these two bars are the same. Right hand is the same thing. Do you see that? Actually repeat. I call it like buy one get one free. This bar and this bar, they're actually the same. Do you know that before? You're muted. Do you know what I'm talking about? Hello?
Um,
Can you see my share screen?
yeah.
No, I don't need you to play. I just want I'm just asking, do you know actually in your right hand, this bar and this bar are exactly the same? It's just yes or no. So the notes are exactly the same. The rhythm is also exactly the same. 2 bars in a row.
Yeah.
Great. I think part of your brain knows that. So you actually play these bars super good. The third time, similar but not exactly the same. Right? It's also step ups, but these two notes are actually different. These two notes are is actually different. Even though it starts with E, same as before, but the next note is different. So you need to remind yourself that this part is different than before. Do you think you can do only right hand? Maybe from here? Measure 5. No, it's not E. It's not E again. It's E and an F sharp. Yes. Here we go. Yeah, that's the part that it should be a better reading for in your practice. Just be careful. We don't have the repeated E again, just like in the orange bars. So in measure 7, everything is just go straight step up. There's no repeated notes. Okay? And then later on, you can start adding the dynamics. You can see it's pretty clear in this piece. It says mezzo piano. What does mezzo piano mean? If you're not so sure, it's fine. I just cannot hear you. What do you say?
I remembered it, but
It's all good. What about let's
March.
huh? Okay. What about Evelyn? Evelyn, do you know what does MP mean? What does MP mean here?
Mezzo piano.
Can you explain what is mezzo piano?
It means medium soft.
Okay, let's build a chart here. So from soft to loud. Okay, we have soft, we have medium soft. And then, sorry, I don't have run out of space. Here. We have medium soft, we also have medium loud. Okay, so what's the letter for soft? Evelyn, do you know?
Piano.
Okay, so it's piano. Yes, just like the piano we play. And usually we just write P. Okay, medium soft. We already talked about it. It's MP, and then the way you spell it is called mezzo piano. I think there's like this, but it's fine. Just make it cleaner this way. So mezzo piano, MP. Medium loud, you probably can predict, is called mezzo forte. And then we write in MF. Loud is just forte. Sorry, forte. And then F. Piano, mezzo forte, forte. They are all in Italian. They are not English. They are all in Italian. And I think one of the reasons is the person who actually invented piano was Italian. And then the way, like the piano's original name is actually called forte piano or piano forte. That means a keyboard instrument that can make a loud or soft sound. So it's like piano forte or forte piano. And later on, people are lazy, so they just start like saying things like in a shorter way. So that's the reason why we call piano piano. It's actually the instrument can make loud and soft sound. The keyboard instrument that can make loud and soft sound. Before the piano invented, the keyboard instrument, it looks like we have black and white key, but we cannot actually make dynamics. We cannot actually make the different loud or soft sound on the keys on the instrument. So that's the reason why. Okay, so it has mezzo piano here, means medium soft. So it's kind of like soft but not too soft. Okay, after that we have what? What is this weird wedge sign here? Michaela, do you know what it is? This thing.
Does it mean like
What do you mean?
like is it like you get louder? Like
Yeah, it's getting louder. It's getting
like that.
you can do even more. So yeah, it's getting louder. So you start a little bit soft. So in this case, we start from mezzo piano and then crescendo. It's called crescendo. If you're not so sure how to spell it, that's how you spell it. Crescendo. Sometimes you just see like, and there was a dot. Crescendo. Crescendo to mezzo forte. So from medium soft, getting louder to medium loud. Okay. If you can actually mark all those down, that'll be great. Or circle those dynamic changes on your sheet music. That'll be very helpful when you practice in Kaizen or by yourself. Okay, let's move on to Miss Evelyn's piece. What does waltz mean? Evelyn, what is waltz?
It's like a dance.
It's a dance. Very good. Do you kind of know the feature of the dance?
No. No.
Oh, well, it usually is in 3/4. Well, as you can see, it's in 3/4. And then usually we have something called strong beat and weak beat. in each meter. In 3/4, the strong beat is usually the first beat. As you can see, the right hand has a longer note on the first beat. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. When you don't have the longest note in the first beat, you have the highest note. Right? You see, the right hand has the highest note on the first beat. So everything indicates that the first beat is the most important. For left hand, I would like you to do the same thing. Can you try your very best to make your left hand, the first note probably just regular, like piano. You can just do it piano. For the second note, can you make it like even softer than piano for every second note? This chorus is not you don't play it, you just make it softer. Can you try that? Just left hand only.
Okay.
I think you did a really good job on controlling for the first time. Another way to help you to make your life easier is maybe use your wrist. Your wrist movement can help. I'll probably do a little bit like going down on the first one, and the second one I go up. So sorry. Can you try that for me? Down, up. Sorry, down, up. But when you go up, don't kick the key. Otherwise, you'll actually sound louder. Yeah, that was good. Can you try again? Mm-hmm. The third one is really good. Oh, the fourth one is pretty good as well. Thank you for listening to it. It also requires you to actually listening to your playing. Okay, now can you combine hands together? So right hand can just sing whatever you want to sing, the crescendo, and then until here. But left hand just keep it soft, simple, and then it has a second beat softer than the first beat. Okay, stop here. Now the left hand sounds really nice. Right hand, we can also use the wrist movement to make your life easier. The way you do it is we talked about this earlier. I mean, in the past when you were in my forum seminar before. The wrist movement. I think the first two notes, it will be the smiley face left to right. Actually, let me bring this back. Okay, smiley face left to right, and then smiley face left to right again. So when you count, so between D and A, it should be a rainbow, right to the left, and smiley face again, rainbow back, and smiley face again. Can I show you quickly?
Okay.
Okay, I need to put myself upside down, and you can see my wrist. Here, yeah. So I don't know if your finger number, but I'm using 2. So left, right, and then back, and then so I make my first note is always louder than the second one. So you start from the key as well. You don't do two straight down. Just start from the key, slide into it, and then more, and then can you try on your own? Nice. You hear you actually be able to shape the melody like easier. You don't need to take too much effort on the fingertip, but your wrist is already helping you. And then when you get to the high note, like a bigger range, like from this A to that A, this movement is not just for your wrist, can be also for your elbow. Your elbow from left to right can help as well. If you can write it down on your sheet music, it'll be great. Okay. Before we close the class, can you play both hands together? by applying the thing we just talked about.
Okay, till like the end of the first line.
Yes. I hear a very good left hand. I hear a pretty good right hand for the first bar, and then second bar I think you just need to. I think this A is a bit too loud, but I hear the very nice these part as well. Okay, so just be careful. The third B will be softer. Alright. We need to wrap up the class. Well, thank you girls for sharing your music and working with me today. And I will see you both next time.